Welcome aboard the Culture Station. My name is Vince. Let's see what we find out there today.
Yeah, now here's the deal. You let me walk or I blow brains out, okay?
Negotiations over.
Hey, what are you doing? You hear what I said? I'll kill
Yeah, I heard you, hotshot.
What?
I said, hotshot.
What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a great day. Any of you guys watched Dredd back in 2012 and think it was a fantastic film that didn't get enough love? That's me. Carl Urban is Dredd. So fucking badass. Way better than Stallone. Even though I admittedly, the Stallone Judge Dredd is a guilty pleasure film of mine that I do watch from time to time.
For Judge Joseph Dredd.
It's a lie! The evidence has been falsified! It's impossible! I never broke the law! I am the law!
But it turns out that it looks like they might be working on a sequel. That a sequel might be in the works. That it's been in the works for a while now. But there are some things kind of holding it up. So let's go ahead and take a look at this article and see what it says. Bounding into Comics reports, Rebellion CEO explains why Dredd sequel progress is slow, but promises we're making progress. Rebellion CEO Jason Kingsley recently explained why it's taking so long for the company to get a sequel to the cult classic film Dredd, starring Carl Urban, up and running. Speaking with Sports Illustrated in August, Kingsley told the outlet, "I have been working for years on trying to find the right business partner for that. As for why it's taking so long to get a deal done and to get work," Kingsley explained. And to get to work, Kingsley explained, "We've had conversations with all the big players. Conversations are still ongoing. But the terms that are being asked for, we can't support. They're not how we want to work." Nevertheless, Kingsley was optimistic. "So we're getting there. We're making progress. But it's slow. So yes, I want to get some more of it done. Obviously, I want to do cool stuff. There's nothing to announce yet." Kingsley would later elaborate on what is specifically holding up a potential sequel. "One of the things I think sometimes the general public doesn't understand is how much work goes on behind the scenes. How many false starts and how many hours you spend negotiating with somebody only to reach a point where you actually couldn't conclude a deal. I can't agree because it just wouldn't work for the legacy that is the archive of material we've got. We're not going to sell Judge Dredd to people, basically, and people want to buy it. And that's what it comes down to. I'm afraid that won't work for us. No, we're the guardians of this IP," he explained. And, you know, if that's what's holding this up, then I'm okay with it being held up, because I think these guys did a great job with Dredd in 2012, and they paid so much respect to the character, and they did such a fantastic film. It was so cool. It was so badass. And Carl Urban was just fucking perfect for the role, that I would rather not get another film than get a film who is done by people who don't care about the material this much. Let's continue. The Dredd film grossed only $13.4 million at the domestic box office and another $28 million for a global gross of $41.4 million when it premiered back in 2021. The movie had a production budget of $45 million, meaning the film lost a significant amount of money. However, the film would find an audience as its DVD and Blu-ray sales nearly raked in half as much as its overall box office haul. So it made 41.4, budget of 45. You got to figure with marketing. It didn't. I don't remember it being marketed super heavily. So I'm gonna just guess double this. So 90. So it lost $50 million, which is not good. The numbers reported the film's domestic DVD sales raked in $11.7 million, while its domestic Blu-ray sales brought in another $10.1 million for a total of $21.9. And you got to figure there's been people who's bought it digitally. I know I have. There was a point where it wasn't on any of the streaming services. I didn't own a physical copy. Really wanted to watch it. Went, bought it digitally on Prime, watched it, and then went the next time I was out and picked me up a DVD, Blu-ray. But yeah, so there's another number in there that they're not even able to calculate, because, you know, Amazon probably doesn't give those numbers up. Rebellion was also developing a Judge Dredd TV series titled Judge Dredd Mega City 1. Back in 2018, Variety reported the company had purchased a new warehouse that they planned to convert into a studio space for the series. Urban was in discussions to reprise the role of Judge Dredd in the series. During an appearance at the Star Trek Las Vegas convention in 2017, he said, "I'm in discussion with them about that. I told them if they write the material and give Dredd something to do and give him a function, I will be there. I would love to. The series producer Brian Jenkins also commented on having Urban return as Dredd. We have had many conversations prior to this about all sorts of things. He's also very busy, a full-time professional actor. So we're going to have some long and complicated conversations, I would imagine, and we'll see where we go. It's too early to tell yet, but if we can use him and he's available to us, then I think it would be absolutely brilliant. There's always a possibility he will be busy or that his schedule for other movies won't allow. Basically, we don't know at this stage. And that would suck. That would suck if they get everything done and he's unavailable. But if that is the case, I'm sure they could recast. It's not, he has to keep the helmet on the whole time anyways. So I'm sure they can find somebody. But I would love it if Karl Urban could come back. The series was eventually put on hold due to the pandemic back in 2020. Kingsley explains to Radio Times back in 2020, I want there to be a sequel. We've got the rights back so we can do it. We've just got to get rid of this virus thing that's going on at the moment, and then hopefully things can hopefully things can kick off in all sorts of different areas of making film and TV. It's all very messed up at the moment for everybody. A lot of work has been done on all sorts of scripts actually. So Mega City 1, the TV show, basically we can't go into production because of the pandemic, and we've got scripts and everything is ready to go. But the problem is because of the pandemic and everybody's funding changes and everybody's shifting around. That was fucking word salad to read. What do you make of Kingsley's explanation? Are you optimistic we might see a Dredd sequel with Karl Urban reprising his role? I wouldn't say I'm optimistic. Nothing in there made me optimistic that it's actually going to happen. But I am hopeful. I'm hopeful that it'll happen. I'm hopeful that we'll get Karl Urban back as Dredd. That what was the girl's name? If we get Olivia Thirlby back as his little partner, that'd be cool. If we don't, okay, like she was cool, but if we get Karl Urban back as Dredd, that would be the best. If we don't get Karl Urban back, but we get a Dredd sequel made by Rebellion, that would also be acceptable to me. But what do you guys think? Do you think that there's any hope for another one? Do you want there to be another one? Do you think they should sell the rights? Do you think that they did a bad job making Dredd? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and I will talk to you guys next time. Thanks for stopping by. If you like this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and follow me on the X at CultureSailor1. I'll see you next time, and as always, fair winds and following seas.